Hello friends, it's Sweety here, and today I have a tutorial video for a double interactive card. This box card has a shaker element and you can look at the cute hippo through the window. This is my first project as a part of CraftyScrappers design team. I am honored to be a part of their creative team. And today I'll feature Hello Summer stamp set by CraftyScrappers. All the images that you see in this card are from the stamp. I just want to show you the mechanism of this card first. The pull ring at the back moves freely along the string, and so many interactive elements make this card super fun. Let's get started. Here's the super cute stamp set. As you can see, I already started working with a few images. There's a female and a male hippo, all dressed in beach clothes or summer clothes. There's a pool ring, a surfboard and a drink, and 3 cute sentiments to go along with the stamp. For the box card, I've already cut out 2 base panels that I'll need as the base of my box. You fold it along the score lines and get this structure. 2 of these will make a box. I have drawn a template and it is downloadable on my blog as well as on CraftyScrappers for free. Now I'm gluing a pattern paper to the side where I want my shaker element to be. I have chosen simple plate designs for my paper as I want the cute hippos to be the hero of my card. I'm die cutting 2 circles together, approximately in the center of this panel. This is how it looks after the die cutting. We'll need the thinner circle later on. Okay, now it's time to stamp the images that we will need. Since I'll be using alcohol markers to color everything, I'm using Archival ink to stamp the images. Any kind of permanent ink will work. These stamps are made in India and are of really high quality. The stamped image is pretty sharp and crisp. To save time, it is better to stamp all the images at once and then color them. I have chosen 3 shades of grey for the face of hippos. I'm not doing any crazy coloring here. I chose neutral sort of colors for the face or the body of the hippos. You can definitely make them more realistic and paint them orange or orangish brown maybe. Did you know hippos secrete an oily red substance which gives rise to the myth that they sweat blood? But this liquid is actually a skin moistener and a sunblock. Imagine that. Anyway, my hippos are more like the hippos they show in cartoon movies, like maybe Gloria's character in Madagascar. Back to the coloring. Once I'm done with coloring the body of all the hippos, I am going to pick the next set of colors. This is a bright summer card in my mind, and therefore I've chosen bright shades of pink, yellow and orange to color everything else. It's just the faces that I'm mostly scared to color. I find images like the surfboard or the cocktail glass much easier to color. Now that all the images are colored, I have fussy cut them. It's time to assemble the card. I always like to spread the liquid adhesive before sticking my panel down for 2 reasons. 1, everything dries more evenly, and 2, I want the glue to be there on the edges. I want the edges to stick properly. I don't want them to stick out once everything dries. Here is the main technical part of the shaker window. I had to tear apart the pattern paper and the base because I needed to get this acetate in between the two. While doing the die cutting, you should really adhere them temporarily. This step was done as the first step while showing this video. You can use another piece of pattern paper and die cut it and use it over this panel as a base in case your paper is not coming off easily and you have already done this step. You don't want to redo everything. Anyways, I managed to pull it together. I didn't want to redo it, and here's how it looks. It's important that all the edges are properly sealed in this case for the shaker to work properly. Next, I'll adhere a circle acetate of the same size to this window here. This is a leftover from the very first step of this card. Again, spreading out the glue will make it more even and it will also dry faster. So now I have two panels for a see-through window, the base on the box of the card and this circular window. For the shaker to work, let's add some foam adhesive to the circle. It is important that there's no gap between any of the foams. I am adding gold glitter dots simply because it resembles sand to me. I actually have real sand as well, but I wasn't sure if the narrow holes here could hold the sand. Sand is really small in texture. Anyways, I am placing the glitter in the middle of the panel in a rather flat manner, and I'm not going to worry too much about aligning the plate lines. Make sure that you press all over the circle, ensuring that it is perfectly adhered to the panel. Now let's see if it works, and it does. Okay, now let's quickly move on to creating the box. For this, I'll just apply glue to this edge and line it up with the second panel properly. This folds easily, and just fold it once to make sure that it does. Make sure that the edges are properly glued. The base box is now ready. At each step, I'm just making sure that the box is able to lie flat. Otherwise, it will be too difficult to mail. Now, I'll take two of these stripes and glue them inside the box. You have to make sure that it is straight. For this, just line the fold against one of the edges of the box. This is where liquid glue is very useful because it gives me time to manipulate the paper. It gives me some wiggle room. Adjust the paper before the glue dries. I glue both the panels, and I really hope the video clearly tells you how to glue them. It's not necessary that these stripes are exactly one behind the other. In this case, I glued one more towards the bottom and the other one more towards the top, and there's no particular reason for doing so. Now I have this blue colored pattern paper. It sort of looked like waves to me, so I glue this to the front stripe so that it's visible through the window. You could see how the black cardstock made everything look so much darker, and the cute hippo will make the contrast with the light blue pattern paper even better. I'm going to place another piece of blue paper on the back stripe to make the card look even more interesting. Initially, when I was making the card, I wanted few banners on the rope, and somehow I thought the rope should be diagonally across, but this didn't work out, and you'll see why. I used baker's twine to create this rope, but you can use a jute cord to make it look more natural. Now let's put everything else on the card. I use foam adhesive to stick the sentiment. And here's when I decided to get the pool ring inside the cord instead of banners. I used foam adhesive on the hippo to create some more interest in the card. Once I was done sticking the other hippo and I tried folding the card to see if I was doing okay, I realized that folding the card would increase the distance between the two poles, and I didn't want a drooping pod. So I cut off the front pole and placed another one at the back, this time in line with the pole I already have there. So this way the distance between the two poles is not affected when the card is closed or open. I also noticed that both sides of the pool ring were visible because it moved so easily. So I stamped and colored another pool ring to cover its back. And now let's just glue everything. It will take some effort, and if you use a more fast drying glue, it would be better here. Maybe say glue gun. Anyways, I'm just going to stick the rest of the elements on my card, and the card is finished. This is a really super fun card, and I think it's not just kids who enjoy these kind of cards, but also adults. And if I were to be given such a cute card, I think I would just keep on playing with it. I did play with this one for quite some time. This particular stamp set by CraftyScrappers has so much potential, and I have so many more ideas. You will find a full list of supplies used in this card in the description box below, as well as on my blog. I hope you liked how this turned out, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.